Well, welcome back everybody to another video of 802 Whittlescraft with me, Thomas Chassis. My last few videos have been actually doing really well, and I have to thank you all for who's been watching them. We are switching gears a little bit to lashing for now. I need to contact some guys about sawmill and stuff like that, and just learn more skills to finish up the cabin. So I can go show you how to do it. But meanwhile, we are doing the square and diagonal lashing first for the first lashing video. There'll be 4 series. So there's 3 more after this about lashing, and then I'll do a video about type of ropes, and then I'll do a project to show you what you can do with them. Without further ado, so the rope I'm using today is Cecil. So this is a natural fiber rope. So when you tie this down, it's going to have a very strong grip with all the logs. It doesn't like getting wet, so make sure you keep it dry. Other than that, so you have the rope, then you have spars. So spars are going to be either the support beam, so it's going to be the support when you have the structure, when you're like a tower, if you imagine that. And there's other terms too, but so they have like spars, or sticks you call them. I'm gonna call them spars. So I have 2 spars here, and the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the clove hitch. So most of these lashings that we do, we'll start with the clove hitch, except the diagonal, which we'll get to soon. Is you're gonna take the rope and go across the stick like this, and come back around. You wanna cross that one we did before. So you're starting to look like an X right now. And come back around under the log with a spar, and then you're going to tie it off like this. So it can be in front or back, it doesn't matter. So that's a clove hitch right there. A little trick I've learned in the past is, so when you're doing this, my lashings like to fall apart a lot. So what you do to stop that is you just kind of wrap it up in itself like this. So you're tying it through the structure, it'll tie down to everything else. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna start going under, and above. And one thing is important is make sure your lashings are tight. And we're gonna do this 3 times each. So after doing that 3 times, I like to end up off on this side sometimes. It gives a better point off into holding that. So when you're doing that, make sure you hold the tension, which I'm doing right now. And then we're gonna do something called frapping. So frapping is taking the rope and going around what you already lashed down this way. And so they'll pull the rope in and make it tighter. And frapping looks like this. You're gonna do that 3 times. And then you're gonna end up, you don't want to put the clove hitch on the same stick you left on. You want to do it on this side right here. So, that'll work. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna cross over, come back down. And it's this time, as you see, it's a little easier to go on top. So that's fine, overall. And then we're gonna pull that tight. The square lashing is generally what you use for is, so you've built a triangle like this, right? So these are gonna be the 90-degree angles you're gonna use for the main structure. So these are the main support. They're going to be able to take a lot more weight than the diagonal lashing, which is next. So this is the main structure, and you should do this really tight because that's going to hold up the main of the structure. So the next lashing is called diagonal. So what the diagonal is used for, so when you have that square frame that you have with the square lashing you already set up in a tower, you're going to have something called cross pieces in spar terms. So you're going to have a cross piece going this way to X to make sure that the structure doesn't lean left to right, so it stops the sway. The purpose of the diagonal is to make sure that when that happens, because it's usually about, you know, ½ an inch space in between each log or spar, what you're gonna do is, you know, wrench down that 2 logs to be touching. So it's meant to pull 2 logs together, and yeah, that's pretty much what it's used for. You can use it on diagonal degree too sometimes, depending on what type of build you're doing sometimes, but normally it's other than 90 degrees use. You're gonna start off with a timber hitch. A timber hitch will start going around the log into the 2 spars, and then you're gonna wrap back around this main piece of, that's gonna be the main strand right here, and you're gonna wrap on the strand that you wrapped it around the base. You wanna make sure this is wrapped at least 3 times, so it doesn't come undone. And when you're done with that, you wanna turn, you can do it anywhere you want, and then you're gonna start, so you wanna go this way because it's just gonna go around. You wanna go off this side, so start pulling on that, like that, and come around this way. That actually tightens down the structure. And then we're gonna do that 3 times. So after those 3 times are done, you will want to start doing it the other way, which I came on. Yeah, okay, there you go. You can generally come off this way too. It makes it easier sometimes. And then you're just gonna wrap this way for 3 times. And after done that, so the reason why the diagonal is called the diagonal is you probably could figure it's going that way. And then you're gonna wrap this way, or however you come off the last one. And you're gonna do that 3 times. And after you're done that, generally this will be easier to tighten down on the structure again. And this will be a way easier to tighten down as you go along. And then you're trying to end of the clove hitch. Again, you're gonna wrap around the stick, come back around. So we are on the bottom, so you know. You just need to know what to look for. You're gonna come back through this way. And there you go. There's your diagonal. Also, another thing to do is after you're done with this, I forgot to mention this, you're gonna wrap back around in here a little bit and cut off the rope. So this won't come undone and this won't loosen up over time. Lashings are just meant to tie 2 spars together, or treads, or support beams going across structures. This is a very basic skill of bushcraft and something that you'll need to learn eventually at some point in your life if you're a woodsman or bushcrafter. So thank you for watching again. This is Thomas Chassie at 802 Woodlands Craft. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and come back for more. Thank you.